to my channel. I'm so excited to be here again today. My channel has been taking off ever so slightly and I'm super excited about it. I was at 88 subscribers about a week and a half ago and now I've actually hit 122 as of this morning and I'm like psyched about it, guys. So I know that 122 is not that big, but it's something, right? My goal was to hit 100 by the end of April and now I've like surpassed that, so I'm super excited because for some reason my mixed girl tag video is like out of this world popular right now. I don't know why. Not out of this world, excuse me. It has like almost 700 views on it, which has never happened to any of my other videos, but I'm stoked. I'm super excited about it. Just so excited. Before I start this video today, I actually wanted to clarify something from my mixed girl tag because there were so many questions about it. A lot of people were asking, you know, so who's like, which parent is the black parent, which parent is the white parent? So my dad is actually African American and he does have blue eyes. That's where I got it from, really. And then my mom is the one from Denmark. She's white, so that makes me Scandinavian, part Scandinavian. So yes, just to answer your questions and to clarify that for you. I'm sorry that I did not clarify that in my other video. After watching it and looking at all your questions, I was like, oh gosh, how did I not cover any of that? Please excuse my mess of curly hair. It's just a disaster today. I didn't know what to do with it. It's half curly and half straight. It's still super damaged, but I didn't want to put it up. So it's here, embrace it. Just pretend like I'm bald. Okay, today I'm going to be telling more story times about my curly hair disasters that I've had in my life, and I hope that you find it entertaining because I find it like it's kind of scarring. Like it's kind of, yeah, like all this is why I'm here now. To begin, when I was younger, I used to have super long, curly, luxurious hair. I did post a picture of what my old hair did used to look like when I was like 11 on my Instagram account. So you can go look at that if you want to know what my hair actually used to look like before this hot mess came to be. My first curly hair disaster story, I guess you could say, was at Toni and Guy when it used to be at the mall. So when I was younger, my mom dropped me off. She has the same guy that's been doing her hair for like 15 years. He's great, he does great on her hair, whatever. So I said, okay, I guess I'll go and try hair guy, the guru, whatever. And I went. And I had faith because I was like, you've been doing my mom's hair for 15 years and you haven't messed it up like one time. So I'm gonna put my trust in you and let's see how it goes. And it was very obvious that he knew how to cut hair. He was very good at it. He had a system to everything that he was doing. However, I don't think he had a lot of experience cutting ethnic hair because you're not supposed to cut curly hair when it's straight or like wet because your hair curls differently and you can't see like what the end result is going to be when you cut it that way. So he had cut my hair when it was wet, which is better than cutting it dry or like straight and dry. But when he was done doing it, my hair was like really short after he diffused it. And like at that point, I was already super self-conscious about my curly hair because I was younger and it wasn't very popular and it was very different from everybody else's hair. So I was just not feeling it, guys, because he just, I don't think that he really knew that he wasn't supposed to cut that much off because the volume would like go up so much. So that wasn't like a huge disaster that I had, but it affected me internally. So as soon as I left Toni and Guy, I put my hair up in a bun because I was like, oh my gosh, I look like a poodle. Like my hair is so big right now. My second curly hair disaster that I had, I remember it was at the mall also, and I tried a different salon, and I want to say it was Supercuts, but I don't remember the name of it. My mom had taken me to go get my hair done, and she said, hey, I'm gonna leave you here. They're gonna cut your hair. I have some errands that I need to run, blah, blah. She told the lady, for my daughter's hair, don't cut it straight and don't cut it wet. If you're gonna cut it, either cut it how it looks right now, because that's how it curls and everything, or wash it, let it dry, and then cut it. And the lady's like, oh yeah, sure. It's an older lady. She was a little bit sarcastic. She's like, okay, yeah, don't worry. I've been cutting hair for a really long time. I know how to do this, blah, blah. So my mom was like, cool, great, I'm gonna go. So I'm sitting there, and the first thing this lady does is she washes my hair, which I was like, okay, that's part of the game plan. Like, of course, you're gonna wash my hair. Why wouldn't you wash my hair? And as soon as I get into her chair, I kid you not, she starts to blow dry my hair straight. And I'm like really young, so I'm like, oh my god, like, you're not supposed to be doing that. My mom said, no, like, don't do it. And I didn't really say much because she was older and sarcastic and kind of rude. I was kind of like, aren't you supposed to cut it when it's curly? And she goes, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry, I've been cutting hair for a really long time. And I was like, okay. My mom comes back. This woman has cut 2 inches off of my hair when it was straight and blow dried, and my mom freaks out, like yelling at the lady in the salon, which was already traumatic enough because I was like, oh my gosh, this is really embarrassing, but you know, she told you, like, you knew what's gonna happen. We get home after my haircut. My mom is really angry. I wash my hair to see what it looks like. No. Nope. It looked awful. It was bad. Like, I had 2 pieces in the front here that were like really long still, and obviously the back of my hair in here curls a lot more than the rest of my head right now, but it was especially that when I was younger. So I got home, I washed my hair, I waited for it to dry. I had 2 long pieces and a short piece like this in the back, so it looked like I had someone take a razor or like a, what's that called? You shave your head with it, whatever. Anyways, someone had like cut out the back of my hair, like in a perfect circle block. It's great. It looked terrible. After that, I kind of decided, like, you know, I started to get into wearing my hair straight. I didn't want to wear it curly anymore, so I decided to start doing relaxers. So the first experience that I had when I was in middle school and high school, I knew this girl who had a hair lady. Her hair always looked amazing. And, you know, she was a black girl, she had her hair done, it looked great. And I said, hey, who does your hair? I'd really like to go get my hair done by whoever does yours. Because it obviously looks like they're experienced in what they're doing because your hair looks great. Oh my god, I have to sneeze. Anyways, she gives me the number, and it's this woman that lives like way down south. Like south, or like, I don't know which way the camera angle goes, so it might be south or south. I go to this woman, she lives all the way down south, and it's like my mom was taking me to drop me off, and I walk in and it's a barber shop, and I was like super confused because there's nothing but men in the front, and I was like, is so-and-so here? Is she here? And they're like, oh yeah, the women's part is in the back. So we walk through like this curtain thing, there's a salon in the back. My mom stays for like the first 15 minutes when we're getting to know her, whatever, and then she leaves. And I'm getting my hair relaxed and everything. However, there's always a however. This woman starts my hair. It looks great. Like, or it doesn't look great because I can't see it, but it's like the process is starting out the way it should. She's washing my hair, she's doing whatever. She says, I need to do a deep conditioner on your hair because the chemicals are going to be so harsh. And I was like, okay, that's fine, do what you were going to do, whatever. And I'm just going to put this out here. If you walk into a salon and the woman that's supposed to be doing your hair, like her hair is jacked up, walk out. Like, pivot, like turn around, walk out the door. Because her hair was jacked up. It was jacked. Like, it was bad. Like, her hair was messed up, and I should have turned my ass around and I should have walked right out the door, but I didn't because I was too nice, and so was my mom, and I thought, you know, maybe it'll be different because that girl's hair looked amazing. So I went through with it. My mom left, and then the disasters started to hit. Someone had brought her food in the middle of my hair appointment, a huge burrito. She is eating the burrito over my head while putting chemicals in my hair, multitasking in that way. Puts the burrito down, stops doing my hair because a man walks in with a backpack full of bootleg movies. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the bootleg movies, but like, bad timing. So I have chemicals in my hair. She had already been eating over me, and this man walks in trying to sell them bootleg movies. They buy a couple and put it on the DVD player. So all these women are watching this movie, laughing like there's no tomorrow, while eating their food and doing my hair. On top of this, when she's not eating, she's on the phone. Like her personal cell phone, talking to her girlfriends about either her kids or drama that has happened in the neighborhood. That was a disaster. My mom came and picked me up afterwards, and my hair started falling out again. So never again did I get a relaxer. After, or a few years later, I decided to just go with my natural hair, but I had straightened it all the time, whatever. And then I you know, got introduced to sew-ins, and sew-ins are life, you guys. The first couple sew-ins that I had gotten done were like incredible because they were actually done by the same woman that had done that awful relaxer at the barbershop. She had done a better job at doing a sew-in than she did at the relaxer, so I was totally for it. And then she stopped working at salons and actually started working out of her home. Her home was like really far down south as well, and I was not feeling it because we were in her basement. No, we weren't. We were in her kitchen doing hair with her babies running around. She's making dinner on the stove at the same time and talking on the phone again. So I was kind of over that whole scene, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to find a new hair lady. My second time getting a sew-in, I called a woman way down south. I had heard great reviews about her. All of her pictures online of hair that she had done was like really, really good. And I decided to go to hers like way down south again. I got there at 11 in the morning. I get there, I'm waiting for her. I'm not really positive on like what she looked like at that point. I asked for her and they say, oh, she's not here yet. And I said, okay, she's probably just running late. An hour later, she shows up to our appointment. And she takes me back to her section, sits down, I show her my hair, whatever, that I'm trying to get sewn in, that I want it to look this particular way, blah, blah. She goes, okay, awesome. What she does is braids half of my hair. A woman shows up to bring her food. She leaves me in the chair with half my hair braided for an hour to go eat her food. And then she forgot to buy all of the product and stuff that she was supposed to do for my hair before our appointment. So she leaves me after having left me in the chair for an hour to do whatever and eat her food. She leaves me again for almost an hour to go buy the stuff that she should have had for my hair before our appointment. So she ends up coming back, finishes braiding up my hair, and then sits me down in a different chair in the waiting section because she has to start someone else's hair because her appointments have now overlapped. And I'm literally steaming pissed. Like, I am so frustrated and so annoyed at this point that I'm like, I'm about to walk out of this place, grab my hair with my cornrows, and call it a day, which I should have done, but I didn't. About an hour passes again, and she finally calls me back into the chair. She starts to sew the hair in, do all that kind of stuff, and then disappears again in the middle of doing my hair for an hour, disappears, and I'm getting like so angry at this point. I have called my boyfriend. I'm telling him how angry I am. Hours have passed. I'm not even halfway done, whatever. So my boyfriend shows up, and he's kind of there in order to make sure that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing and making sure that my hair is actually getting done. She finally finishes at 8 o'clock at night. So I had been there from 11 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and I was steaming pissed, but my hair looked incredible. It looked so good. So I did pay her for her services. Even though I was super angry, I didn't tip her, whatever, but my hair looked so good. Needless to say, I never went back there because I was like, I am not doing that again. I was there for way too long for something that should have taken like an hour or two. I had kept that sew-in for really like a while, and then my mom told me about a coworker of hers that actually was getting her hair done by this lady down south again. And, you know, I had looked her up. Her pictures looked amazing. She had a salon built into her house. She had turned her basement into a salon, which was a little sketchy at first, but when I got to the neighborhood, it was a really nice kind of area, and I was like, all right, I can do this. And there was a separate doorbell on the side of her house for her salon versus her front door. I got downstairs. It was beautiful. Like, it was a great salon. Like, it was very professional. I was very excited to be there, very excited to get my hair sewn in. We get started, and I'm not really seeing my hair because I'm kind of like faced to what's convenient for her versus like, you know, being able to look in the mirror the entire time. And she has like a headband or something on me the entire time up top just to kind of, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe it was like a deep conditioner on my hair or something like that. It was so fast. Like, it was like an hour or two total. My hair was done. It looked so good at first, and then she took the headband off. You guys see where my hairline starts, right? My hairline starts right here. She had pulled my hair back so tight. She had braided it so tight that my hairline that starts here started back here. I kid you not. My hair was pulled so tight, my scalp was bleeding, I had bumps, my hair was ripping out, and my forehead started all the way back here, so I looked half bald. And I got in the car and I just cried, and I went to my boyfriend's house and I cried, and I went home and I cried, and we were leaving in 3 days for my cousin's graduation that we were going to drive out to go see. My mom was like, nope, you need to go get it redone. Like, it looks ridiculous. This does not look good. I'm not going to let you pay for that. So I contacted the woman and I told her, hey, it didn't really turn out the way that I was really hoping that it would. Is there any way that you can fix it, because I'm going to a graduation and I want it to look nice? She said, sure, come back down, I'll fix it, whatever. I went back, she fixed my hair, and my hairline was pulled back even further and my hair ripped out even more. And I was just beyond devastated at this point. I did not pay her. I left. I was super angry, and 2 days later I pulled out all the hair. Like, I literally had taken it all out because I could not do it anymore, and I was traumatized. And to this day, I am still trying to grow back my edges here because she had ripped all of the hair out. So after that, I decided to go to my natural hair. I was curly for about the entire summer, and then in July of last year, I decided to do an ombre type thing. I had, you know, the natural brown going into like an ash blonde color, and it was gorgeous. It was done so perfectly well. I had this girl, she was amazing. She did such a good job, and you know, it didn't look the same when it was curly, when it had blonde, so I went back to straightening my hair again. As of recent, I decided to go on my curly hair journey, all that stuff, and I had cut off so much of my hair. As you can tell, that a lot of the blonde was gone, so it was just like on the ends of my hair, and it was really annoying. So I recently decided to go to the Toning Guy Academy, where I had gotten the blonde done, and get my hair all dyed one color, which is why my hair looks black. There's no blonde in it, there's a story. And I told the lady there, I said, hey, my natural color's grown out about like 2-3 inches now. It's very like golden honey brown type of color, very light brown. And I said, I just want my whole head to be that color because I'm trying to, like, you know, be natural and not have to worry about it and get my hair colored all the time. She said, great. She showed me a swatch and matched perfectly. I was super excited to get my hair done. And I'm almost 100% positive that she picked the wrong color when she was mixing in the back, because my hair is black. And my natural hair color is like way lighter than this, maybe 3 to 4 shades lighter than what this is. Let me do a disclaimer here. I am aware that it is the Toning Guy Academy. I'm aware that they are in training, doing all that. However, I was just disappointed in the fact that their instructors are there to supervise and make sure that they are doing it the right way. And I don't think that they were involved enough in her process with my hair, because it just turned out completely wrong. So she had left the color on for so long on my scalp that my head was burning, and it was itching, and I just knew it wasn't right because I've had my hair dyed so many times and it was not right. And I had explained to her, you know, I am really into my curly hair right now. I'm doing everything I can not to damage it, except for, you know, getting it dyed this one last time so I don't have to worry about it again. She was understanding and everything, and I told her, you know, I understand that you have to use shampoo and all that stuff, but if you can use the least harming shampoo like as possible. I know that you can't not use shampoo. And she said, okay, I won't use a very harsh one. She shampooed my hair 4 times. So my hair was insanely dry at that point. I could feel that my hair felt like hay. And I told her, I'd really prefer to not put a towel on my head because, you know, I'm anti-towel right now. It's just gonna frizz my hair out. And she says, I'm just gonna put it on until we get back to my station because I don't want your hair to drip down the back of your neck. And I said, okay, that's fine. So as soon as we got to her station, I ripped the towel off. My hair was just, it was so bad. It was so dry. I couldn't run my fingers through my hair. It just looked like hay. And I had told her, I was like, you might want to spray it down because I only put product in my hair when it's totally wet because that's my preference. So she didn't do that, and she said, it's okay. I know how to do it. I already knew that she wasn't going to do it right, but I, you know, was like, it's whatever, it's already done. I can just rewash my hair tonight. She's combing through my hair with, like, I don't know, like a paddle brush type thing. Like, it has made all my hair straight. That's like she had combed all my curls out and then didn't scrunch it again. So she was going to blow dry my hair, and I said, oh, I actually diffuse my hair. I don't blow dry it because it just gets really frizzy. And she goes, what's diffusing? Like, what is diffusing hair? And I was like, oh my gosh, she's about to graduate from Toning Guy Academy and she doesn't know what diffusing hair is. She has to have an instructor called over who's going to show her how to diffuse my hair, which was just done completely the wrong way because she didn't scrunch any of my, it wasn't good. And they didn't diffuse it right. So long story short, my very last curly hair disaster is this. Luckily on Sunday, which is today since I'm technically posting on Sunday, but this video was done today on Saturday, I do have a dye appointment tomorrow. She's going to strip the color out of my hair and get it back to my natural color. It's going to trash my hair. It's going to look awful, but I'm very excited to have it one color, never have to worry about dyeing it again, and just, you know, really start this process all over because I can't do the dark hair. A lot of people have told me that it looks nice, but it's just not for me. I'm not a dark hair girl. I really like having the light hair, my natural colored hair. So I'm very excited, but I do need prayers from you guys because if I have another curly hair disaster, I'm gonna shave my head. I promise. If my hair turns out as a disaster, I'm probably gonna shave my head because I can't do it anymore. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my curly hair disaster story. If you guys have ever experienced any type of hair disasters in your lives, like from childhood up until the present date, please leave it in the comments because I would love to hear it and know that I'm not alone. You can have straight hair, curly hair, wavy hair, I don't care. Leave it in the comments below. Make sure that you are clicking that subscribe button to get my numbers up even more from what they are now. Make sure that you like and share this video as well. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye!